Okay, so this is Jay from LifeRx, and today we have a case study, which is the knee pain and the hip pain, right? Mm-hmm. And we flip the coin. We do some little game, and I have to be a scary guy, so try to scare this person to death to start do something about it to correct that. So what we're looking for here as a LifeRx therapist expert, we're looking for those ankles, and what I can see, this ankle is, you can see, collapsing inside. So foot is get eversion. So I mean inversion inside. So you see that ankle is collapsing inside. Yeah. So eversion. Yep.
That makes sense.
You have to be right in here. Mm-hmm. So what's going to be happen next? We're going to have plantar fasciitis in the future.
Already.
Yeah, and I can tell this ankle is not mobile at all.
Really?
Yep. And this one is a little bit much better, but I will show you later. Can you pull a little bit more up the pants? And can you turn around and I show how it looks like in the back with those arch. So
you've got to have the arch. If you don't have an arch.
Yeah, you see she's trying to correct anything right now, but you see how it collapsing inside? Mm-hmm. Yep, that foot right there. And this one is more straight, right? This is inside, and now we go to the knee. Look at this knee, right? You see this left knee is collapsing inside? Mm-hmm. So that's called, what's this called? Valgus leg. And now she's have a lot of pain. Now you can turn around. I don't know, girl, how you walk with this thing, but this is going to be bad in the future. Really, but we're just scary, right?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
So we're scary people. I don't know. This is gonna be trouble. This is like surgery in 2 years right there. So yeah. Remember, we do scary, right?
Okay.
So, but it's always light in the end of the tunnel. Can you hold this for me, David? I will do assessment on the knee. So what I'm doing here, I'm place my 2 thumbs right on that about this patella bone, and what I'm see here, you see how high my fingers is. Mm-hmm. And she's trying to drop now. So even this knee is like point high, but this is pulling. You see the knees come inside and a knee looking this way. And go ahead and do squat for me.
Oh, I see. Knee is facing a different way. This is facing out, right?
Step a little bit forward more. And can you do deep squat, like deep squat? Okay, you see? And this is not squat. So this is really, I will show you why. So come up here, do squat for me. Do squat. No, I do side position.
Regular squat?
Yeah, I just do side position. So guys, if you're doing that squat, you see what's going on here. She put too much pressure on your lower back, and she bent lower back. Can you do one more time for me, please? That's right there. You see? That has a lot of impact on your lower back and on your knee. And you see the ankle is come up. So let me show you. Can you record me? So that's the squat. So why it's telling me your ankle is not mobilized. Now look, so my squat, I show it to you. So this is you. What's happening here, and that's if you're going to the gym and do with the weight, you're gonna seriously injure yourself. Yes. So if you guys, it's you, if you recognize yourself in me right now, stop doing that. So what people do, they doing this. This is not squat. You put too much pressure on your lower back, you don't engage your glutes, which is the primary muscles, and your ankle is not mobilized. The squat is have to be, you're standing straight, tall, your chest is up, you don't look anywhere, you look neutral, and what you do, you try to drive your knees out, you're sitting up here, you see? You feel comfortable, you're springing. You see my chest up, my chest is straight, my energy up, and what I do, I push myself up with my legs and squeeze my glutes, and that's what and my hip. And this is what you do when you're squatting. But this, it can injure you more. So stay away from this problem, okay? I mean, stay away from this exercise till you correct it. We do have ankle problem.
Yeah.
So definitely ankle, and so now turn around. Turn face towards me. And right here in the camera. So what I'm gonna looking for this anterior sacroiliac bone. Can you see me? So this is, I found this anterior iliac bone. Drop a little bit down in the groove up there. Here we go. And I'm not sure, is that they even or not?
I think her left side is higher.
Oh. Now they kind of pretty good, but
Oh,
I feel it.
okay.
I feel it. Yeah, it's a little bit. This side is.
It
It's.
looked a tiny bit.
She's
but-
standing on this side more. That's why it's collapsing inside. So she's shifting weight too much. Did you ever injure this ankle before? No. You never injure your ankles. Okay. So it's maybe postural
It's
problem.
interesting.
Now we're gonna turn to the side foot position for me, and what I see up here, I see this curve. I see that
Wait.
lumbar curve. Yeah. So what's happening? This muscle, erectors, is really tight. So this is called the lower cross syndrome, upper cross and lower cross. So if I put those two lines like this, so one up here, sorry. So like an X, this is gonna tell me which muscle is tight, which muscle is the weak. In this case, our hamstring is statically stretched, so they're gonna be super stretched and statically. So they're gonna be like a strap, like a rope. Glutes is gonna be weak. The quads is gonna be super tight. The abdominal area gonna be overstretched, and the core is gonna be weak. And the erector muscles in the back gonna be super spasmodic, tight. So we know this pattern already. After assessment, we start working on this person. I want to see how she can move with those hips. So let's kind of bend those hips and forward, just the hips. Work with those hips. So you see, I can see it's working. It's working now. It's perfect. So we can correct that. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to do a couple tests, okay? And see those tests from the sides, turn around, and you can. So go ahead and put your feet together. And go ahead and try to touch those toes. And what I'm seeing here, she's go ahead, do it again, and come back. No, come back again, all the way up, all the way up. Stand up all the way up, and now do it again. Boom. So what I'm seeing, she can touch it without using any pain.
Just right in here.
Yeah, it's a hamstring pulling. So she's shifting weight to the back. It's really nice. But what I'm seeing, go ahead, do it again. You see, she's kind of flat up here. Look at this. Stay there for 1 minute. Look how flat she is. Everything rounded. So we have a lot of stuff going on up here.
That should arch.
Yeah, it have to be perfect arch. It's not perfect arch. It's like a flat. So she's doing with this squat because her hips is anterior tilt, and that's why it's kind of like flat. So we have to work on that. And the next one, just go ahead and step on one leg. Turn face towards me. I'm not showing your face. So in just like this, yeah. Stay 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Can you like hands on the side and see a little bit wobbling? And you see the hips is shifted a little bit. Perfect. And now switch the side and see how you stay on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how's it feel? Do you feel what do you feel? Is that what different? What's like difficulties?
This one
There we
is
go.
more difficult.
Yeah.
This one not so much.
Okay. So this is the thing we have to focus on. It's not just your knee pain, it's your hip and your ankle. And also that hip pain is also the problem because it's not working. Next one, we're gonna check your hip, and you're gonna lay down on face up. So what we're doing here, we also do assessment. When person lay down on the table, we recheck those hips if any changes, because remember, you always check with the gravity with people standing and people sitting or lay down. So this is what we're going to do. You don't need to. No, it's okay. And now I check, and here we go. Yes, now I definitely see the left one is really higher. Yep. So remember, she was standing. That was kind of neutral. Now she lay down. The gravities go away. It's pulling out. So it's this muscle is going to be super tight, and most people experience lower back pain because those hips is uneven. And what people do, they start digging that goddamn pain. Don't follow the pain, because sometimes pain is not the cause I mean, the muscle in pain, not that cause the problem, something else. You have to find out, you have to investigate the body, you have to check all those range of motion and find out why is the problem, why is it pain up there. Pain is just a message, okay, from your body. All right, so talk too much today. Yeah, I'm a bad person, right? So, girl, that's what we're going to do right now. You're going to slowly try to raise this foot up with not bending knee, just straight up, and make sure you're not compensate with that one. So what I'm checking, hip flexors. Go ahead, up as far as possible. Okay, perfect. What I'm looking here, till person get to this level and not start compensate. So this leg is not coming out, and let's not start bending, and this ankle is always neutral. So we'll do it again. Don't go fast. So very slowly. You don't need to be sorry. This is perfect right there. So what I'm seeing, she started doing up here, and this is probably like 45, let's say 50 degrees. You can always measure clinometer on your phone or clinometer, the old school clinometer. You can always see this angle, but I will say it's not 70 degrees. It have to be 70. Now I'm trying to help her and see if I can get her a little bit further. And what I'm seeing it, I can actually get her a little bit further. So I have to be 70 degrees. And when you help her passively, it have to be 80 degrees. And I believe that was a little bit short, but it's definitely some motor control problem. So her brain not allow her to do this hip flexions, okay? Now let's check the next one, the left one. So go ahead slowly, raise this up, and look at this. Go ahead, back up. So you see the compensation? Go ahead. So, right there. And what I'm seeing, this is like perfect, over 70, right? This is no problem with this hip flexor. Is any pain doing that? Perfect. So what I find out, the right hip flexors, they have a problem. Boom. So I have to write this down.
The knee hurts on this side too.
Exactly. So now your knee is hurting. So you need to, guys, hire a professional expert who will find the problem, and you not just people who come to your house and touch you for the money. Invest it in your body. This is the best investment. Okay. A lot of people ask, well, what's the best stocks to buy? Invest in your body. Okay. Next one, we check the hip flexors too. So we're gonna bring it up here, and it's called Faber Test. And what we're doing, we just drop that knee down. It have to be a little bit compensation up here. Make sure she's not compensated. And what I'm looking for here, if you come up here, I'll show you. It have to be 2 fists, and it's actually, yes, less than 2 fists. It's fine. So we have okay test. It's Faber Test, hip flexors. It's hurt her knee. Why? Because her quads might be really tight, and that's what the problem is. So next one, we're gonna do that.
So it should be less than 2 fists.
Yeah, and look at this. It's 2 fists, but they come really easily up here. You measure right on that knee. Some people doing this. No, so it's right in here. So now.
Yep, that one hurts in the ankle.
Exactly. So now we have this. The puzzle is coming one to one to one to one, and you feel to see the whole picture. If people come in and say, I have this lower back pain, and you're just like, okay, lay down, and you start digging in there, do whatever you do this, and people like, oh, I feel okay. Next day you feel worse, or even like everything come back, and he's coming years and years and years to the same place, only pay for this 2 days of feel good, and after his sort of return. But the problem is right in here. You see, this is right in here. It's everything holding up here. Okay? Right in here. I can even feel this lot of restriction. Take a deep breath. You see? And take a deep breath up here. What I'm checking how she breathes. Is just properly breathe, because sometimes left or right side is breathing differently. Next one, what I'm checking up here is the internal external rotation of the hip. So I bring this ankle to neutral position. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. I'm checking, it have to be 35. It's a little bit limited. It's a little bit limited. And here 45. and I believe it's not 45. So we have internal and external rotation of the hip problem. Okay, now we check the ankle. So I lock it in, that knee, and what I'm trying to do, I try to get to this 20 degrees. She's supposed to do by herself, but I can't even get there. You see? It's stuck. And outside, nothing. So both side, internal, external rotation of the ankle is just locked. It's not working. It have to be 20 degrees and it's not 20 degrees way. So we have ankle mobility problem. I will probably do hip mobility, ankle mobility, and this is gonna fix your knee. I'm not gonna do nothing without your knee. I might work a little bit on your quadriceps and release those tension just to help you go through this. But mobility and correction exercise, that's what we're looking for. Now we're gonna check this hip. So I bring to 90-90 again, neutralize, and it's not, It's not 35, but this is 45. So we have problem, internal rotation of the hip problems here, right? Now we check the ankle. I would say it's half 20 degrees. No, and it's no 20 degrees up here. So that's the problem. Now we know more about this person. We write everything down. We're also gonna check the glutes, how's the glute active, and do a little bit more tests. But we see the pictures, what we have to do up here. We have to really mobilize the ankle. We have to mobilize that, we have to work on this hip flexors. We have to mobilize that hip. And that's what we're going to do. This is gonna be next.